Welcome in the Hello Tech Stock series. Well, when is the best time to invest into tech stock? Is it right now or could it be in the near future? That's the question many ask. Ultimately, this entire video is based on my personal experience. I want to declare that I am no financial advisor. Your capital is at risk. The value of your portfolio can go up as well as down. Past performance of my portfolio doesn't guarantee any future results. All opinions in these videos are my own. I'm not affiliated with Trading 212, although I have an access to a commission-based link. Please bear in mind this is a limited time offer. If you'd like to benefit from this limited time only offer, please check the links below. In order to obtain free fractional shares worth up to £100 from Trading 212, please make sure you check the space beneath this video, the description area, which will exactly explain the exact steps you need to complete in order to be eligible. So legends, as you probably may know from my channel, I've achieved a significant return on investment in the past year. My investment portfolio appreciated roughly 86% in the past year. This is a significant return on investment and there's not a typical result. This was my strategy. Additionally, over the past year, I've grown my social media presence on TikTok to over 2,000 loyal followers. So you guys make sure you follow us on TikTok as well. In this video, I'd like to explain how to navigate the buying of the tech stock. Please bear in mind, sometimes there is no good or bad time because we cannot predict the future. You guys, please make sure you check the links below this video because you don't want to miss out on grabbing yourself free fractional shares worth up to £100 on Trading 212. Ultimately, this video is not a technical tutorial how to invest or how to use Trading 212. However, this video serves as an inspiration that can inspire your own investment strategy. Please bear in mind, whatever I may share in this video is purely based on my personal experience. I am no financial advisor. So chaps, let's start this video by diving into my personal favorite stocks that I think are a great buy right at the moment, again based on my personal experience. I will be focusing on the very particular stocks you may wish to consider investing in. Again, you need to make your own decision. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Just to give you a little bit of heads up on tech stocks, you want to ultimately know what stocks are right at the minute working for you. You may want to think what are the potential other tech stocks you may want to acquire for your portfolio. So chaps, these are my top favorite tech stocks. Let's start with Nvidia. Why is it, I think, a good stock to invest in right now? Let's look at the historical performance of Nvidia. When you look at the graph, you can see a consistent growth over the years. The growth itself is consistent, but as you may be aware, with every single stock, there is a potential downturn trend during difficult times, during crises, etc., etc. And the research has shown that investors who hold on to their stocks over the long term tend to be the winners in the end, right? Because when your stocks depreciates, as long as you don't sell it, if you hold on to that stock, and that stock actually appreciates over time in the future. It is no secret that many successful Nvidia investors became millionaires. Whenever I invest into a company's stocks, I'm not just looking at historical performance, but I'm also questioning the data, the numbers. Do the financials of the company work? Do I like the company? Is there a potential growth in the short term to long term? Do I believe in the infrastructure of the company? And this is exactly where Nvidia plays the game really well. When you think of Nvidia, we think of the expensive AI chip making process, but Nvidia built an infrastructure back in the day when they were so focused on producing, the graphics card, etc. And Nvidia graphics cards are in strong demand, right? So the success of Nvidia at the moment, of course, is driven by the AI revolution. However, they do have a technical infrastructure built around the entire company. So in case there is a slowdown in terms of demand for AI, this company is still in a strong position. In my opinion, it is a well-designed company, consistent return on investment. That is exactly why I place it as number one. My second most favorite is Apple. Obviously, everyone who doesn't love Apple, right? I do have the entire Apple ecosystem. And I think with the new CEO and leadership, as you can see, you guys, the stock appreciated as well. But my most favorite time, actually, I will discuss this in a later part of the video. You guys understand how I evaluate when I personally feel like it is the best time to buy these stocks. I'm making this video right now because right now I feel like all of these stocks are quite a decent good buy from a personal perspective. I want to invest more into these companies. That's for now. But with the Apple, obviously they have a strong infrastructure, right? They are no longer about selling computers, selling iPhones, or selling piece of hardware. Apple became a lifestyle brand. So basically, loads of their revenue comes from their subscription-based services. You can guys see recently they launched new subscription services. So Apple is in a strong position. Again, why is the company in the strong position? Because I do love a diversified company, right? So looking for companies that are diversified, these are the safe bets basically. Another, my personal favorite, so the ASML stock was down recently, however, it's already appreciated, so it might not be the very best time, but I think ASML still has a long to go. They have a bright future. And there is a strong demand for the equipment. In my personal opinion, the ASMR is the king of the AI game. ASMR produces high-tech AI equipment essential for the AI chip makers. So that's why I call them the king of the game. Google one, we got Alphabet. Actually, at the minute, I do not hold any stock in here, but I'm looking to diversify my portfolio a little bit more. There is this good old English saying, do not put all eggs inside one basket. So I always like to make sure that my portfolio stays diversified. The player number 5 in here is a little bit different one. So Visa, I would classify Visa as a fintech company basically. Whenever I hear the word Visa, I think of payment processing infrastructure, I think of debit cards, but I also think of MasterCard, which is basically their rival. But the MasterCard is heavily focused on credit cards. So whenever I compare the financials between payment processing companies, I like to make sure that the data is strong. Personally, I prefer Visa to MasterCard because the financials are stronger. And actually, this part of the video is an opportunity for you guys to ask me any questions you might have about investing in tech stocks, any ideas, what you want to see me talking about in the future. Drop your opinions below. What are your favorite tech stocks? What are the stocks you are holding on at the minute? You are maybe thinking might be showing a little bit weaker performance. You might consider selling, or you might consider buying. Okay, so please let me know. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, and let's dive into another part of this video. So in the first part of this video, we spoke about my most favorite stocks that I would personally invest into right now. I also mentioned portfolio diversifications. You guys always do your own research. Make sure you check the company's financials. Think about, do you believe in this company? Do you think this company has a strong future? You know, I never personally make any sort of financial decisions based on purely past performance on all the historical data of the company, because ultimately no one knows what the future holds. And whenever you choose to invest inside a company, I do recommend approach that involves the sort of the future potential risk evaluation. You need to be probably asking, does the company have a strong thorough infrastructure in case thing goes sideways with the AI? For instance, you know, does the company have any sort of backup infrastructure, etc, etc. So there are many questions to be asked. Obviously, these are not all of the factors I consider on my investment journey, but you guys make sure you subscribe to this channel because I will be revealing more factors, more considerations in my future content. I am not a financial advisor, however, I'm a self-taught investor. In my portfolio appreciated over 86% in a single year, which is not a typical result, but it is a strong result. And I became significantly passionate about investing, growing my wealth, and I would like to share this journey with you guys. So please make sure you subscribe to this enthusiastic, legendary community, and we will be talking more about finance, financial literacy, and even beyond that, because I believe it is not just life is not just about, you know, having an investment portfolio, but it's also about investing into a legendary lifestyle. As you guys know, know I launched my recent collection, you may want to check at my website legendix.com. So you guys, please make sure you stay tuned, and I will see you in my future content. My idea at the minute is to create this tech stock series content focused on tech stocks investment, etc. I think a successful investor needs to be consistent in their approach. It's not just now is the best time to buy the right particular stock, but it's more about discipline. It's more about setting up a monthly investment budget. And with your investment budget, you can get creative. However, I think it's still important to have a savings budget. I do have two legendary approaches to investment. The number one strategy is that I do invest regularly on a monthly basis. That's the sort of first approach, because you need to be consistent, as investing is a long-term game. If you want to be a very successful investor in the long run, the research shows that the most successful investors are those who do not pull out from stock market during difficult times, but those that actually hold on to their stocks during difficult times. And then the stock market, it always tends to recover, obviously with the right companies. And then, this is the sort of the consistent approach number one. The second approach that I do use in my investment game is when I basically generate additional money throughout the month, and I tend to reinvest this money to my portfolio. I understand inflation. Having a portfolio as a person in your 20s and beyond is an essential part of your financial literacy journey. I believe that life deserves to feel legendary. It's all about thriving, not just surviving. So let me know what inspired your personal investment journey, and let me know if you are a maybe beginner investor, what are your motivations starting your investment journey, and perhaps share some thoughts on your investment journey. What would you like to see in the future content? Please let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video. So chaps, there's a limited time only offer, so please make sure you check the links below. I will keep the space updated. You can grab up to £100 worth of free fractional shares. However, you must complete the exact steps below. So please refer to the description of this video. Please know that your capital is at risk. Value of your portfolio may go up and down. Past performance of your portfolio doesn't guarantee any future results. Just to make this clear one more time, I am not a financial advisor. I am an investment portfolio enthusiast. In the final part of this video, I would like to talk about Trading 212 as a platform, and why do I prefer Trading 212, and why do I actually love using this platform. When you are starting your journey as an early investor, it is important to note that there are so many different type of bank accounts you may benefit from. I made another video on these type of accounts because ultimately you want to protect your investment portfolio from taxmen legally. And here in the UK, there are different types of investment accounts, so please make sure you guys check this video so you can make an informed decision for yourself. Why do I actually think Trading 212 is probably the most legendary investment platform to use for managing an investment portfolio? This is down to my personal experience, and whenever I invest into different companies, I like the idea of flexibility, of being able to access my cash at any point should I change my mind. And out of all investment platforms, whenever I've done my research back in the early days, I found Trading 212 to be the most convenient option in terms of they offer very low fees. There are almost no fees with Trading 212. However, there are some fees, and you need to refer to their policies, to their legal documents, etc. Make your own research, but I do love Trading 212 because ultimately they do not charge as much money in the process compared to other companies. So this is why I've decided to include the affiliate link. Additionally, if you ever felt hesitant about becoming an investor, what I like about Trading 212 as a platform, they offer a feature called practice mode. So you can basically try to invest with fake money before you decide to use real money, and you can then switch from this practice mode into real mode and be responsible with your own hard-earned money. Additionally, I believe in trading to one to as a company because I think they do positively contribute into financial literacy education. At the minute, I hold a stocks ISA with trading to one to, and I'm gonna share few examples why I believe that trading to one to is a strong platform for early to experienced investors. Reason number one, the entire product is well designed. It is easy to navigate, easy to understand, and easy to self-learn. At the minute, I absolutely enjoy investing into individual stocks, and trading to one to makes this process for me absolutely legendary. Reason number three, I mentioned I hold a stocks ISA with trading to one to, and because I hold stocks ISA, it is ultimately a regulated product, so it shows you your yearly tax-free allowance, how much you can invest tax-free, which I find to be very useful. For instance, in many other English-speaking countries, this yearly personal tax allowance is much lower. The name of other countries' financial products is also different, so you guys make sure you check your very own situation. So this specific video is painting a UK-based scenario. Please be aware that the stocks ISA allowance can change from year to year. It is always based on the entire tax year. How does the stocks ISA personal tax-free allowance work? So, well, this changes every single tax year, and basically every new tax year your allowance resets, but it doesn't roll over. So anything that's been left over unused doesn't roll over into the next tax year. Please make sure you check this information also with your accountant or qualified personal financial advisor. And finally, the reason number X, this is based on my very personal opinion. The high tax Labour government announced new laws and rules regarding specific financial products. Please, you guys, make sure you check my other video that explains this in a slightly more detail. New changes have been announced for the cash ISA accounts, but also for the stocks ISA accounts. When it comes to the stocks ISA accounts, the changes are quite minimal. However, they go unnoticed. So when it comes to any deposit you may have uninvested, there is going to be a new tax that applies to any of your uninvested cash that might be earning a good interest inside these stocks and shares ISA accounts. Please make sure that you verify any upcoming changes with a professional qualified accountant or financial advisor. Please note that trading to one to as a platform is subject to strict financial regulations. My another personal favorite bonus feature of trading to one to is the ability to create investment pies. There is another video on this particular topic, so please you guys make sure you check that one out as well. Please let me know what you think about trading to one to as a platform in the comments below. Please feel free to ask me any questions in the comments below. I'm really looking forward to making a Q&A video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my another one. So legends, I hope you found this content useful, perhaps even educational. Make sure you check the link beneath this video so you can benefit from this limited time offer. We are a rapidly growing community. So legends, do not miss out on not subscribing to this channel. As some of you may know, I do have a degree in graphic design upper second class from 2021. So I must say, I must actually comment on this particular thing. So you guys see my brand logo, and it is actually written in the font called, I'm not going to reveal it. I'm going to let you guess down in the comments below. Let me know what font do you think is used in my brand logo.